Well, joining us all the way from Atlanta, Georgia this morning is Kelly Lester, who has a great career as an actor, a lot of trails behind her, as well as a mother of three and CEO of the company EasyLunchboxes.com. Good morning, Kelly. How are you?
Hi, Lianne. I'm great. Good to be here.
Great. Now, I've got two young kids. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, both heading off to school, and definitely coming down to the lunchboxes. They definitely have their preferences. I can imagine just the questions and the comments you get asked about what essentially are popular with the lunchboxes these days.
Well, there's all kinds of different foods you can put in them. I mean, we've kind of moved beyond just the regular peanut butter and jelly. There's so many new and creative ideas that you can put in, like all fruit apple sauces. You can put in rich Greek yogurts, and if you like to cook, maybe a thermos of homemade soup.
Lots of great ideas. Do you find that the parents right now are looking for healthy alternatives, that we're trying to move away from a lot of the starches and the sugars and the prepackaged cookies and so forth?
Absolutely. I know I am, but you know, it's all about a balanced meal with all kinds of good fruits and veggies and whole grains and protein. And you know, there's a lot of talk about what's a good beverage to put in, and sometimes you do have to be realistic. Kids often prefer a sweeter beverage, so a good choice is chocolate milk. It provides 40% of the calcium they need for the day and 8 grams of protein. And Nesquik makes a low-fat chocolate milk that is ready to grab and go, and I found this in the juice aisle. And the chocolate makes it a treat, so I know my kids will drink it.
Now, I know you have 3 kids. How different do you find that your thought process is going from what you remember packing in your lunch as a kid to what you're trying to now put into your children's lunches?
Well, here's the thing. Things are so much easier now because you can keep them cold with ice blocks, and we have lunch boxes today that keep everything together, so you have a lot of choices. And I found that the key is to get creative and get the kids involved. And in my house, we like to pack lunches together the night before. So I've seen that when my kids help plan and prepare their own meals, they are definitely less likely to trade them with their friends. Of course, you do have to be sure that your kids will like what you put in their lunch boxes. So you could include some dip. Kids love to dip, and you could do like fruit with a yogurt for dipping. You can have hummus for veggies. This is a great way to get picky eaters to eat their fruits and vegetables. I just wanted to tell you, my kids love to cut sandwiches with cookie cutters like this, and then they show off their fun shapes at lunchtime. It makes it a lot of fun. They like to see the visual.
I think so. And knowing the packaging, when you've got little things that they can choose from, you know, it makes it a little bit, it's fun for them when they get to choose the little different sides they're going to with the dips and so forth. Because I was looking at some of the history with the company, how much, you know, going from the themes of these lunchboxes, there's quite the history behind the evolution of the lunchbox.
It's fascinating, actually. You know, in the early part of the 20th century, it started out people were using old tobacco tins, if you can believe that, for their lunch boxes. And then in the 50s, it became the metal lunch boxes with the children's characters on it, something like this. And then those didn't stay in popularity because you can't really keep the lunch cold, and there aren't dividers inside that keep the food separate from each other. So you can fast forward just a few years, and now we have these reusable containers, and you can organize and pack lunches fast, and you don't waste time, money, paper, or plastic. And so, as you can see, we've come a long way since the old tin lunch boxes.
No kidding. Well, thank you so much for the information, and hopefully people are getting some ideas, knowing that the countdown to school, we're in the middle, end of July, but we're starting to think